first episode of Live Well, powered by Live Media. My name is Liv. I'm the host of this podcast, and I hope you guys enjoy all that I have to offer. If you listen to the intro video, then you know what awesome things you have to have in store. But I want to give you a brief overview. So this series will be just me giving you all the gems and all the things that I think that we should talk about, think about, and just listen to as I listen to myself, as you listen to me. So today's topic, drum roll. Okay, I'm real extra just in case you didn't know. Today's topic is going to be being patient and trusting the process. Interestingly enough, I want to be very transparent on this Tuesday and say that I already recorded episode 1 in this series. However, I had an issue with my iCloud and all of my things are gone. So it's just me and you in this transparent moment as we voyage on to a whole new topic. Because clearly what I had to talk about wasn't for today. It wasn't meant. So when I say be patient, I am expressing that from a true form. I've had to be patient with a lot of things in my life that I did not want to be patient for. And I think it's made me a better person overall. I've been able to tackle life a little differently, handle adversity a little differently, and just navigate through things with grace and with being in the present moment. So trusting the process, that comes into play because I recorded all this content, right? Like I'm excited about the podcast. I recorded all these things, made all this cute stuff, and then it's gone. And for a moment, it was like, should I still do this? Because it's gone. Like all my things are gone. Should I just say no? Should I quit? Should I turn around and say, maybe I'll, do it later? Because I want to be honest and say that this has been an idea of mine since 2019. It was put on my heart, on my spirit that I needed to do this. And I feel like not only because I love talking and connecting, I don't know what connecting is, connecting with people, I also just feel like it's important to tackle these subjects. It's important to talk about trusting the process. It's important to talk about being patient because you might be in a season of life where patience is not a virtue. Patience may not be in your wheelhouse of tools right now. And I want you to just stay focused and be grounded in that season and know that it's yours. Know that what you're doing is for the greater good of you, the ecosystem, the world. All that you offer is within this process. It's within the patience. It's within trusting. Trusting yourself, trusting whatever higher power you believe in, trusting that everything you manifested will come to fruition, aligning with those things that you want and desire and require. Being patient is funny because I wrote a book published last year. It's been a year and some change. It's really weird to me because I often forget that I wrote a book. It's titled Sabali, which means patience. And in the book, I delve in through 8 chapters on how I learned patience, giving gems, giving things to journal about, songs in every one because music is my love language. But that book process taught me patience. I had this idea in my head to write a book forever. And then I went to law school. You don't have time to write a book. You barely got time to read the books you're required to read. So that got put on the back burner, and then it came to me again, and I'm like, you know what, now it's time. And I had a lot of raw moments in that season, and I had to trust the process that I was supposed to talk about these things, and I was supposed to write, because you never know who you can impact and influence. And I think for me, it was very important to get those ideas on paper, to know that the process I was taking in writing the book, getting it edited, publishing the book on my own. I did it myself, and I had a great friend who helped me edit and did my forward. Shout out to you, Miriam. But it was even better for me because I was able to do it myself. I had creative control, and from the pricing to the cover to the info inside to when I wanted to put it out. I actually have another book coming out later this year. I'm really, really excited about. It'll be another transparent, vulnerable book, even more so than the last one. And I'm even trusting myself in that process now, because once you put out a book and you're done with that, it's kind of like, all right, you know, and I've written some little pieces for a magazine that I write for. However, publishing a book is like a baby. You have to nurture it, you have to feed it, you have to be patient with it, you have to trust that it's going to be okay. That baby is going to be great. And same with this book. I have to trust in myself that I have the ability to impact others in this different way. I have the ability to sell the book, because that's an important thing. And just being patient with it, because I wanted it to come out earlier. The day I actually wanted it to be done is next week. It's not feasible. And I had to relieve myself of those pressures of things that I was not able to do. I had to give myself grace in the process. That's an important thing that I don't think we ever really talk about, is grace. We have to give grace to others, grace to ourselves. And it's very important, because you learn a lot about things when you do give it grace. Because you're not harboring things, you're learning to kind of see it from a different vantage point. You're often able to say, you know what, let me take a pause and reflect and see exactly what's happening. You get to look at the big picture. So you're looking at the whole living room instead of just the couch. You're looking at the whole living room instead of just a picture on the end table or the coffee table with the vase of flowers on it. It just widens everything, and it makes you a better person, because the more you're able to give grace to yourself, the better you are for everyone else. A lot of things that we do have a direct reflection on us. We really have a hurry up and get it done. And I think as a millennial, with this whole microwave generation, delayed gratification is just not within us. We want to get it done, we want to get it in, and I don't think it's always available in that form. Some things in life you cannot rush. And you don't want to rush it, because it's not going to come out the way you need it to come out. If you bake a cake and you have do the ingredients, it's not going to taste well. If you hurry up and try to cook some steak, it's not going to be all the way cooked and you might get sick. So you can't hurry up and rush everything. You have to be patient within yourself, patient within all the things that are going on, as well as trusting the process that it will happen. It will come to fruition. It will be. Whatever is meant will come. It will happen. So I really just wanted to challenge you all today. You can journal it and write down a goal, and exercise being patient. You can do it with your children. Exercise being patient with them. You can trust the process on a individual situation where you might be getting into school and you might be waiting on an acceptance letter, or you're trying to complete a program and you need to just have trust in the process that you will get it done. Even in a relationship, trust the process that you will get to whatever status y'all have a goal of. Trusting the process of a business. Having the business of Live Well, I branched into so many different things, and I have to get it all done, right? Because I've set these goals and I've made these promises to myself. So even within that, I have to trust the process that it will happen, right? I will have a great podcast. I will have an awesome doula service. I will be a mogul in the yoga field. I have to trust the process, but also be patient with where I am. I started Live Well roughly a year and a month ago, and I made great strides in getting things done. However, I had to be patient with some things are not overnight. You know, some things don't build up till later. Some things just don't happen like that. And you have to kind of look back in hindsight and see what all you've done. You have to look back in hindsight and see what all you've achieved and how you've navigated through tough situations. Being a business owner is a job on the top of a job on top of another job, right? You have to create content. You have to connect with people. You have to post things. You have to stay consistent. You have to stay true to yourself to maintain an authentic presence and audience. So within all these things in my life, I've maintained the ability, even though it's hard and sometimes I forget and I have to retrain my brain over and over again, to be patient, to trust the process. And I just hope you do the same. I'm here if you have any questions. I think you should probably do some mantras, some affirmations, journal it, do activities that will keep you centered, grounded, and hold you accountable to be patient, to trust the process, to give yourself grace. I want to thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be you, stay hydrated, and live well. Till next time.